Is eVTOL over? We have ACHR down 36% year to date. Joby 47% year to date. We've dealt with conflicts, we've dealt with midterm elections, and we're now dealing with a market downturn and an escalation in conflict. Dylan, many people have been asking, is eVTOL over? Is now the time to pull out, forget about it? Air taxis are just not the way to go. It's literally stagnant money. Or is there something to be excited about? I'm going to throw it over to you. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think you hit on it well. I think that it has been a tough time at times to be an eVTOL investor and holder. But for me, in the non-financial advice and for everybody to keep doing the homework, it's not the time for me to sell out of my position. I personally have seen nothing but extended progress come through the eVTOL sector. And again, I'm going to back this not only to the progress that the eVTOL companies have been making, I have to back this into the forward progression that the FAA and the lean in from, again, Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy, Chris Rochelot from the FAA, and continuing to modernize the skies, continued federal funding coming in, and the push to the eVTOLs that we're going to talk about more. This industry's not done to me. But what do you think? What do you think, Liam?
Yeah, I can see both sides of the story. I can see the progress both Joby is making with Toyota showing that extreme back, and we've had Joby finalize their agreement with Virgin Atlantic, another fantastic deal. We've had ACHR come out with their new AIZ. We've had ACHR come out with their partnership with Antrim. We now have Thunder and Halo. But I can then see the other side of the equation where people were promised certification of 2025, then it was 2026, and then we got an eVTOL integrated pilot program. And for anyone that doesn't know what an eVTOL integrated pilot program is, it's more or less a 3-year program where the government and the FAA more or less amalgamating all these companies in together to try and smooth out the certification progress and how these will be implemented into the public day to day. However, in my opinion, it does push out mass rollout of either the S4 for Joby or the Midnight for ACHR. We can talk about the Alia for Beta. And it leaves people a little bit frustrated. We're hearing development of battery technology may be 5 years away from where we need it. And we're starting to get companies like Horizon Aircraft really pushing their hybrid Cavra X7.
Yeah.
But we can't forget about the streams of revenue that we are starting to hear about. We're hearing about cargo operations. We're hearing about medevac. We're hearing about defensive aspects, the likes of that funder, the likes of the partnership Joby have with L3Harris. And could it be a time where defense is a hot topic anyway during a conflict, we could start getting more and more contracts when it comes to either funder, or we can talk about Beta's defensive area. Is eVTOL over? eVTOL is definitely not over. Look across the whole market. It doesn't matter what sector you're looking at, whether you're looking at quantum, whether you're looking at computing, anything. They're all down at the moment. And it wouldn't surprise me if we get even more of a pullback. But does that mean this sector is just going to remain stagnant for years? I don't believe so, personally. We're having people starting to get a little bit worried, a little bit of ants in their pants. Yeah. However, that's just telling me you're overexposed in the speculative play. eVTOL is a speculative play.
That's true.
And if you are worried, yes, I would say maybe reduce your position size a little bit. there's no point not being able to sleep at night, because that's the point you are going to get wiped out if you
Absolutely.
don't have the bottle to remain in this. Dylan, what are your thoughts around a market turnaround? Can you see one coming anytime soon? Can you see eVTOL pushing through all-time highs within the next year or so, or do you think we are in for a little bit more pain before we start generating a nice profit in this space?
You know, initially, Liam, I thought I had an educated or a few educated answers to give to that question. And I'm going to back off those, what I thought were educated answers, as my arm falls off my armrest. So, but what you had me over here was taking notes while we were doing, while you were speaking. And for this being unscripted, it's like still going in, it's like still going ahead and having those thoughts come in. So the way I'm going to answer it is, I'm going to say that this is more of a golden time. And so we know that we're not going to be able to control the market. And that's not me trying to do a cop-out answer. So I'm going to further explain that by saying, when we're looking at the FAA certification, we know that the aircraft right now are going through ground testing and their VTOL envelopes for the conforming aircraft, both on the Joby and the Archer side. So neither of these aircraft are really ready to have the FAA come in and slap that basically cert stamp on the side of the aircraft. So what I'm going to call this again is the golden time to refine the aircraft and make sure that they are ready for cert going in. I would say I'm going to put on my calendar more the 2027 side. But for me, that still falls in line with Innovate 28. So I think from, even if you went back to 2022, we've been hearing on earnings calls that certification is coming this year. So there's been a lot of quarterly calls, and for anybody that's been invested in the sector since IPO, drop it in the chat. I'd actually love to know who has been like our most tenured eVTOL investor in this sector. That would be incredible to know as well. So whether if you're new or old to the sector, FAA certification is obviously going to be extremely important, because that's what's going to be able to have Joby operate their aircraft and have Archer able to sell their aircraft. And then when we look at why the market's down, if we look at that as overseas conflict, well, what we do have is a golden time for this reindustrialization of what the war fighting machines and such. I'm just trying to use my words carefully with that, but what those vehicles and aircrafts will look like moving forward. And what have we seen? We've seen upgrades from Joby with the S4T, and then we've also seen the launch of Thunder with Archer Aviation. And so now we get time to, if there was any specs that need to be refined in Thunder, to have those specs refined, have Angel have the opportunity to do what they need to do with the frame of Thunder, to have that militarized and look for a program of record to come through the deal, to come through. And that would then meet the guidance that Adam's been talking about through his quarterly calls in the last year of a program of record that he just cannot yet speak about, but has been very excited. And now we get to know what that aircraft is that he's been so excited about in Thunder.
And the thing is with Thunder, we have had a catalyst. We've had an acceleration in price. And that to me proves that eVTOL is not over. Guys, jump in the comments. Let me know what catalyst you're excited about. What will turn around this eVTOL industry? Make sure to bang that like button. And also, just under Dylan, there's that subscribe button. Make sure to smash the subscribe for both of us creators. We're counting on it. Right, I'll see you on the next one.